Well, it's a very warm welcome to Game 4 of the Riding Mill Cricket Club virtual tour of Australia with the tourist opponents today, the RSL Bulldogs based in Wagga Wagga. They're hosting the game at the magnificent Wagga Cricket Ground. Again, alongside me in the commentary box is Robbie Mackinlay, who, like me, is no doubt super excited about this highly anticipated clash. Welcome, Robbie.
Oh, look, thanks, Matt. And welcome to our global audience too for what I think is going to be a high-scoring, no-holds-barred encounter as the Riding Mill lads look to bounce back after the narrow loss in Dubbo last week. However, standing in their row is a very tenacious RSL Bulldogs led by the hard-nosed and uncompromising captaincy of Sam Perry. So, Matt, I think it's going to be a ripper.
Yeah, well, news just in from the toss, Robbie. Stand-in skipper Ali Hall, who was a key man, took a hat-trick over in Dubbo last appearance. He's stepped up and got the lowercase c with the brackets around it beside his name, and hasn't he got off to a good start? He's won the toss, and he has decided to send the Wagga Wagga RSL Bulldogs in, and it'll be interesting to see if that's a good decision when we get into the action. And we'll take you to that action now. Robbie Mackinlay is going to take us through the last ball of the first over.
So Ben Smith will complete what has been a pretty extensive over. He bowls full. And Neil Morton has hit him high and hard over mid-wicket to 6. Oh, and that finishes an over that has had 27 runs come off it.
And here we are now coming towards the end of the fourth over. Ali Raza is in and Ethan Perry just neatly tucks it round the corner. He moves on to 47 and the Bulldogs now none for 78 off just 4 overs and Riding Mill desperate for a breakthrough.
Well, it's been a fantastic start by the Bulldogs. Perry looking for a half century. He's on 47. Now he's facing the new bowler, Joel Marks. And he faces him now. And Perry takes a big swing. He's got a top edge. It's gone high and coming around. Dave Cox takes a very nice catch right in front of his eyes. And Ethan Perry's gone for 47.
Oh, disappointing, heartbreaking for Ethan Perry. He was looking unstoppable. Goes for 47 off just 14 deliveries. And could this be the breakthrough to get Riding Mill back into this contest, Robbie?
Well, they've got a good replacement coming to the crease now, Matt. Todd Henderson, very experienced player. And he'll face Marks. Look, that's a good start for Marks. His confidence, needs a bit of a hit after his performance in Dubbo. So Todd Henderson faces the first ball now. It's short. He plays back. He's hit on the pan and he's out.
Wow.
Umpire Tabernar has given him.
Oh, I must say that looked a tad high on the knee roll, but I think possibly just taking the top of leg stump there, Robbie, to be fair to Tabernar.
Yeah. And of course, we have no review process in dice cricket, and the experienced Tabernar has judged Sinvey on his way. And Matt, we're on another hat-trick.
This is unbelievable scenes, Robbie. We saw a hat-trick just the other day in Dubbo. Can we have one here today in Wagga Wagga? Joel Marks, the man, the late inclusion into the tour. What a masterstroke this is proving to be so far.
Well, he faced a lot of negative press back home in the Newcastle Chronicle, but he is ready to go here now. The virtual Barmy Army are going absolutely nuts at the racecourse end of the ground. So Mark comes in now. He bowls, and Cooper Henderson's hit on the pen. It's a big shout. Not out.
Gee.
Matt Ellis. That was close.
That was so close. We talked about the review process, the ball before. I think this one might have just struck him outside the line of off stump here, Robbie. If we had a chance to look at that on the replay, I think he did just get outside the line of off stump, but what a delivery from Marks. He is on fire here at the Wagga Wagga Cricket Ground.
It's a good call too from Tabernar. So to complete a sensational over from Marks, and he's going to bowl to Neil Morton. And he comes down the track. He's played inside it, and Steve Kent doesn't miss those. He whips the bails off, and Neil Morton's out. Marks has taken 3 wickets for 3 runs in the over, and the Bulldogs, all of a sudden, Matt Ellis, 4 for 114.
4 for 114. Incredible scenes here. And it is going to be a good recovery by the looks of things here from Riding Mill. They were on the ropes and Joel Marks has bowled them right back into the game. Ali Hall into the attack, bowling to Cooper Henderson. Oh, I think there's a feather on this, Robbie. It's gone through Steve Kent's up. Oh, and he's given him. Taverner's given him. What a wicket that is.
Matty, that's a peach. That one has come in and it's just nipped away off the table. And, that's another big wicket. So, momentum is a big swing towards the Mill boys here, Matt.
Absolutely. And Steve Kent, what a day he's having with the gloves. A neat stumping the over before, and now he's into the game again with another catch. What a safe pair of hands he has behind the stumps. Yeah,
he had a beauty in Dubbo just a few days prior, so there's no taking the gloves off Kenny. All right, so new bowler for Riding Mills is the international pro, big Kiwi, Dave Cox. He's up now, and he's into the veteran, Sean Perry, who plays back, and he's gone! Straight through him, just nipped the top of off stump, and the veteran, Sean Perry, is gone. It's 5 for 124. The wickets are tumbling here at the Wagga Cricket Ground.
Oh, to be fair to Sean Perry, I think that would have bowled most people in dice cricket. That was an absolute jaffa from Dave Cox, the Kiwi.
Yes, and at the age of 62, it's the last thing you want at that part of your career, getting an absolute jaffa like that. Well, coming to the crease now, one Perry departs, another Perry comes in, and it's the skipper, Sammy Perry. He struts out to the crease, plenty of swagger, waving the bat round like a wood chopper. And he's just seen the old man depart, and he's facing a fired-up Kiwi in Cox. So Perry, the skipper, what can he do? Cox, he is steaming in now. Bowl, Perry, flushes outside your stump, he's next it. He's gone, first ball. Oh, dear. That is not a great shot from the captain, Matt Ellis. A little bit more control than that, and that is another wicket gone.
Oh, he had a bit of swagger on the way out. He doesn't have that swagger on the way back to the virtual pavilion. That was another neat catch too from Steve Kent. And trouble now for the Wagga Wagga RSL boys. Things are getting a bit tricky here for them. 6 for 124, Robbie.
And dare I say it, we have another potential hat-trick coming up here. The new batsman is young Fletcher Morton. So he will face up now. Big Kiwi is fired up. Comes in now. Bolton Morton. Plays forward. He gets it inside edge on that one. Lucky because that was crashing into the pad. And they'll take that single. Oh, Matt, that was so close to yet another hat-trick. We saw one at Victoria Park, Dubbo, and that has just been narrowly averted.
I don't know.
Cox. See, I'll tell you what, Matt. Cox, he's a Kiwi. I don't know what they're paying him, but he's worth every single penny. He is a ripper. Comes up now. He bowls to Morton. He plays back. He's got the edge. Steve Kent doesn't drop those. That is a lovely catch to his left. And Wagga RSL have slumped to 7 for 130.
Scott Dixon in now to Tom Perry. Oh, Perry's down the track. Oh, gee, he stumped. Steve Kent again. I don't know what shot Tom Perry was trying to play there, Robbie. He came down the crease and then it looked like he pulled out of the shot and left himself stranded halfway down the wicket. And it's 8 for 136. Perry out for 17.
That's the fourth Perry out already. Goodness me. I reckon they should try to get Kate Perry in there the way they're going.
Oh, anyway, she's got the eye of the tiger. And they need the eye of the tiger at the moment here. The Wagga Wagga RSL, they were on track for a 190-plus scoreline here, and they've really been reeled in. Oh, here we are. Rob Burns into Rod Guy. Oh, it struck him on the pad. Big appeal. Oh, and the finger's gone up. Taverner's given him.
Oh,
He's out.
Another LB.
Another LBW, 19 off 6 deliveries. Rob Burns back to the pavilion. And there we have it. Wagga Wagga RSL Bulldogs, 9 for 168. The best of the bowlers, Joel Marks, 3 for 6. And Kiwi Dave Cox, 3 for 6. And a sparkling innings at the top of the order from Ethan Perry. He made 47 from just 14 balls. 169 is the target, and that's what Riding Mill scored last week against the highly fancied Cricket Library Podcast 11, and they will be backing themselves to get it here. It could have been much worse. None for 78 off the first 4 overs. We were thinking massive score on the cards, but they turned it around with the ball. And
we were talking 200.
We were talking that up, and it's still going to be a tough ask, and we'll see what happens when the Wagga Wagga RSL boys are out in the field in just a few moments. Here we are now, Wagga Wagga RSL with the ball. Final ball of the first over, Will Morton in to the danger man, Scott Dixon, who scored some big runs in the opener of the tour. In comes Morton now, pitched up. He tries to drive and it's hit the top of off stump. Dixon departs. And big trouble here for Riding Mill. They're 1 for 13 at the end of the first over.
Big wicket, Matt. They needed that. We know what Dixon can do to attack, and well done to young Will Morton. Great start.
Oh, Sam Perry has had to bring himself into the attack here for Wagga Wagga, trying to reel things in. In comes Perry now to Dave Cox. Oh, Kiwi Dave Cox sweeps. What a beautiful sweep shot. And they come back for 3. That's his half century off just 12 deliveries, and we have been treated with an absolutely magnificent display of T10 dice cricket batting as he raises the bat, Robbie. What an innings this has been.
Well, Matt, we've seen a lot of good innings. This is our 4th match on tour, but for me, Big Dave Cox, this is the highlight. Hey, I wouldn't rule out 100 here. He is on fire.
Well, it'll just come down to how much strike he can get between now and the end of the innings. There's still enough runs for him to notch up that 100, but it will depend on how much strike he gets. Here we are now. Sam Perry tosses this one up. Burns is out of his crease. Oh, Henderson's whipped the bails off. Oh, what a nice piece of flight that was from Sam Perry. Gets it to drop and turn away from the outside edge. And a neat piece of work behind the stumps from Todd Henderson. And Burns departs for 34 off just 13 deliveries. A much-needed wicket for the RSL lads. It's now 2 for 96.
Yes, I think Burns is surprised enough to him that Perry turned one there, Matt. He hadn't really shown much. He's pretty well bowling straight breaks at the moment. But
he's tossed that one up. I think that, a bit of drop there.
Yeah.
Just got it above the eye line.
So Cooper Henderson into the attack, and he will bowl to Hall, who heaves a short ball over mid-wicket, high into the stand for 6. That is a massive blow. It crashed into the second row of the concrete terrace there, and it's come back out onto the ground. The Mill are cruising at 2 for 145. Matt, that was a massive blow.
Oh, hear the thud of the ball into the grandstand there, the virtual grandstand reverberating with the sound of that stroke off the bat of the skipper. And geez, looking good, Robbie.
Henderson, and what can he do on this occasion? He's back in. He bowls the Hall. He's played back. He's got him in front. That is out. Umpire Tabernar has no hesitation, and the youngster Cooper Henderson bounces back in good fashion with the wicket after Hall has hit him for one of the biggest sixes we've seen in Wagga for some time.
Yeah, that was absolutely plumb. Trying to put that one a bit squarer and just got himself caught on the crease there, the skipper. He did bat very well once again. Ali Hall, 31 off just 9 deliveries, 4 towering sixes in there, including that one just mentioned there. A magnificent innings comes to an end. Well bowled, Cooper Henderson.
Now, the next batsman in is Ian Longstaff, and generally regarded as not one to have a look at too many. He likes to get on with it. And he faces young Henderson, whose confidence will be up with that wicket. Henderson, he drops short again, and he's got the full Monty. That has disappeared over mid-on. It's a real heave, half-drive, half-pull shot. And Longstaff shows what he's all about. And that is a massive six from the experienced Ian Longstaff.
You can't bowl there to Ian Longstaff. That's right in his hitting zone. That's his arc right there. Got right underneath it. And as you mentioned, he doesn't muck around. He's not going to nudge singles, Ian Longstaff. He wants this game over. He wants it over fast.
Well, they're rollicking along at the moment, Longstaff. So she's been on up and down over for a young Cooper Henderson. He'll run up again now, and Longstaff on strike. Again, he bowls wide outside the off stump. He's got an edge on it, and his old man, Toddy Henderson, full length, one-handed, in front of second slip, takes a beauty, Matt Ellis. What a catch.
Oh, is that because he doesn't trust Sam Perry there at first slip? He's dived right across in front of him. It looked like it was going straight down Sam Perry's throat. That is the catch of the day for mine. Magnificent piece of work behind the stumps from Todd Henderson, and a little bit of a wobble for Riding Mill. They're 4 for 157, but they've still got plenty of time and they're ahead of the run rate. Here we are now. Neil Morton to Joel Marks. Oh, we thought Ian Longstaff's one was big. That is even bigger. That's on the roof.
Wow!
That is...
Have a look.
That would not be anywhere inside the boundary on the MCG. That is a massive hit.
Goodness me, that is... I just can't... There's a race course very close by here for our international listeners, and that's landed about the 6 furlong mark. That is a massive blow.
Oh, here we are. That's unbelievable. That wraps up the victory as well. 8 balls to spare. And what a way to bring it up. Joel Marks, he's coming to the tour late. Brian Watson has stepped aside from the playing 11. And this has been an absolute masterstroke, Robbie. A magnificent victory here for Riding Mill. They are up and about. Look at them down there in the virtual dugout, Robbie. They are cock-a-hoop.
And right amongst them is that man you spoke about, Brian Watson. Matt, you must have read my script. 2 things from this game that I want to comment, apart from the fine performance from Big Dave Cox. But Joel Marks, after a nightmare start to his tour in Dubbo, he came back in great fashion. What a performance. 3 for 6, 15 not out. And the second one, the mastermind of Brian Watson, the manager, to keep faith in Marks when, let's face it, the local media back home were absolutely caning the pair. The Newcastle Chronicle, headline, not back page, front page, they wanted Watson back in. Watto said, no, I'm going to give the kid another crack. Marks has come back, and he has performed beautifully. Watson, the bloke's a genius.
Yeah,
now,
and
Matt,
you got to hand it to Brian Watson. His player rotation, his man management skills, absolutely exemplary. To put faith in Joel Marks and send him out there to do a job, and he's gone out there and done that today. 3 for 6, as you mentioned, and that magnificent little cameo at the end. 15 runs off 4 deliveries. Riding Mill, they are up and about. 3 from 4 on this virtual tour down under, and looking very good indeed.
Now, Matt, we have just confirmation umpire Taberner has filled out the voting cards, and no surprises. Our corked clothing player of the match, it's the big Kiwi, Dave Cox. 74 off 20 balls and 3 for 6 in one of Dice Cricket's best ever individual performances. Matty, absolutely fantastic. They were too good, the Mill boys, far too good.
Absolutely phenomenal performance. I hear Dave Cox has been signed to play predominantly outdoor cricket, but I tell you what, he's earning his stripes here in the Dice version of the game, isn't he? He has come over from New Zealand and he is paying his way with performances like that one today. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, Robbie, having you with me in commentary for this one. A massive thanks to all of our listeners for tuning in. We will bring you the latest from the upcoming matches. We've got the Kissing Point Cricket Club coming up on Wednesday night UK time, and then, of course, Saturday night UK time. the big one that everyone is talking about, the UTS North Sydney Cricket Club Team of the Decade against Riding Mill Cricket Club. Saturday night UK time, Sunday morning Australia. Make sure you don't miss it. Thanks very much for being with us in commentary again, Robbie Mackinlay.
Absolute pleasure, Matt. Bye for now.